What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome everybody who ever joins in. I'm just giving time for people to join in onto this live. And actually this is like a second take because Tajen couldn't hear me for some reason. So I'm just waiting for her to restart her phone and to rejoin back on this live so we can get this going. Alright, cool. Alright, so we can try again. Oh, can you hear me this time? I can't see you. I see you on leaving comments. Let me see. Oh, all right, wait. What the heck? Okay, all right. Here we go. I'm gonna send a request. Okay.
And that sucks. Now I be knowing why my clients be mad at me. This shit is ridiculous. I've been trying forever, and then when I first came on, I couldn't hear you at all, so I had to restart my phone. But it's all good now.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Just can you give me a second? Give me 1 second to set up one thing. Hold up.
Sure thing.
All right.
Are we pouring some tarot?
Oh,
We're gonna do a collab, or we didn't talk about what we were gonna do.
because it's gonna be whatever happens.
Forward, let's go with the flow, Negro. Let's do it. I'm shuffling my cards right now. I'm always prepared. Told you I was born ready. All besides the fact that we didn't talk about, but you know what? It don't even really matter. We didn't have to talk about
okay. I know what I want to talk about though. In that case, all right.
Okay.
You know what I want to talk about? All right.
I want to talk
about. I want to talk about who's that bitch that's talking all that shit. That reader you're talking about. You know,
that's
I seen the video.
Thing.
I seen the video.
I know her. I don't even think I remember her name. Hold on.
No, it don't matter. Don't say her name. Don't matter. The point is, right? I seen the I found a video that was that used your name too. She used your name too to promote her shit. You know, because I seen your video first. I seen your video and then I was like, who's talking shit? Who?
Right.
You know, and then I was just curious. And then I was like, okay, let me see. So I put your name. I put like maybe like this thing, Tajen or something. I don't know. But then,
Dr. Tajen
right. So I seen her video, and then I listened to it. I didn't listen to the whole thing because it's like yo, I can't listen to the whole thing. I can't listen to the I just listened to the beginning.
Yeah.
Right. So I just listened to the beginning. Lord.
I know.
I mean,
here's the thing.
Did you watch? I mean, my fault. And by the way, there's a little delay too, so my fault if I'm like speaking over you. But
that's all right.
But yeah, so yeah, go ahead, do your thing on that. Like, you know, I just found it funny.
What I want to say is that I don't be on YouTube, so I don't get a chance to watch these readers talk smack about me. It comes back to me through my clients, and you know,
I can tell, right?
Subscribers, this is my clients because my clients, I've changed their lives, and they're really serious when it comes to me. You know, they're really serious about me, and one of my clients had came to me and asked me, did I know of this chick? That's, you know, she's so irrelevant. I can't even remember her name. Even though the High Priest is something. But anyway, I guess it's irrelevant because I can't think of her full name. I don't even know her. I never even came across her channel until last night I went exactly to her channel. Because she said, basically it started with the ghetto nun. She was telling me the stuff she was doing to the ghetto nun. And I'm like, what? who would even want to mess with the ghetto nun? I mean, really seriously. Um, Let me know it's someone that is an amateur, someone who's not fully awakened. Because when you're awakened, now here's one thing I want to clear up, because I've had a lot of people come sideways with me because I curse. Yes, I do cuss. To
Yeah, but not
me,
like that bitch. The fuck? Yo, that bitch does nothing but cussing. Fucking
right,
this, fuck that, fuck this,
right,
fuck that, fuck,
right.
fuck, fuck. Nah.
Wow, wow,
Yo.
dangerous.
Oh my god. That was
My God,
way overboard. That was way
yeah,
overboard. That's why I can't even watch the whole thing. I'm like, yo.
right.
And she's,
There's a
yo.
time. There's a time
Man.
and there's for everything. And you know, I really am chill on my cussing. I don't cuss as much as most readers do, but it don't even matter. I'm doing me. I'm not keeping up with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I can only be. I can't filter. I have no filter. It is what it is. If what you see is what you get. If you don't like it, go to someone else's channel. It has nothing to do with conscious awareness. I know a lot of people that are of higher consciousness that cuss more than I do. It's not like I'm keeping up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'm keeping up. I mean, cursing is soul release. It's another way to release. Just like when you cry, right?
Mm-hmm.
You cry tears, and that helps you to dislodge pain in the body or dislodge sadness in the body. Well, cursing is the same thing. It helps you to release. And
Mm-hmm.
if you don't know that I release, some people release through smoking weed. Okay, motherfuckers smoking weed while they doing tarot. But everybody's like liking their channel and subscribing and doing everything like that. And to me, I think that weed is a cheat code. That's just me. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't judge anyone else who does it. I know what my angels
Mm-hmm.
told me is not for me. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not for, where I'm trying to go. I can get out of body without smoking weed. I can do that
Right.
through meditation. Meditation
Right.
naturally helps you to produce DMT. I can astral travel. I can do whatever I want to do. I don't need weed to go trip. I can trip without
Mm-hmm.
weed. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, it's just a lot of things that other people do that I don't judge because it's not my walk and it's not my journey. So it's not for me
Mm-hmm.
to sit up and critique or micromanage what other readers are doing or what they're not doing. To be quite honest, we're all in this together. We have all
Mm-hmm.
been on missions. We all have different personalities. And it's like, that old saying in the 90s, can't we just all get along? That's where I'm at. Why,
Mm-hmm.
and here's the thing. Who told these people to start a YouTube channel? Who even told them that they were, that they met the credentials to even do that, let
Mm-hmm.
alone taking people that are already pioneers in a game and trying to ride on their coattails. And, you know, I didn't even know you were going to bring this up tonight, or else I would not have come
Oh,
on.
sorry, yo. No, because
No, it was meant.
I.
No, it was meant. No, it was meant. You already
Mm-hmm.
know me. I don't believe in no coincidences. It was meant
Mm-hmm.
for us to talk about this again because I really didn't get a chance to go in the way that I wanted to go in because, I was spending time with my love. But
Right. No, because after seeing that, like, watching her video and listening to what
Yeah,
she's saying,
right.
like, the people who don't know you like that, like I know you, like, who really knows you,
You
they're
you really
gonna
do.
really, they're really gonna listen, like, believe, like, take what she's saying for real, for real. That's
For face
sad.
value. Yeah, it is sad.
And the thing
It
she's
is.
saying too is like it doesn't, because, like, all right, for
I
me it
don't
doesn't make sense
I
of
don't even
what
know what
she's
she
saying,
said
like,
about me. Do you know what she
hmm?
said about me? I don't even know what she said about me.
No, it's just a bunch of bullshit. That's the thing. That's what's crazy about it too. Like that's the
Okay.
thing. Like, if, like, because I know you enough to know, like, how to decipher her reading
Right.
properly.
Correct.
So all the things that she's saying, like, really, the truth that she's saying and through her readings, like,
Hmm.
actually, it
Hmm.
is bullshit. It's just like, this is her. Uh, Fire, Mars, war. uh yeah, this bitch, this Dr. Tajen bitch with 3 or 4 kids, 2, 3, I think she got 2, I don't know, but this bitch, y'all, if you follow her, she's gonna lead you to death. Mars, fire, to death. 4, 3, 2, it makes sense.
I know
Bitch,
what you're
fuck
talking
this
about.
bitch.
This is a
four,
this is another
eight,
one.
Venus, Mars, penis, whatever. This, y'all need to listen to me. Y'all better listen to me. Y'all need to listen to me. Y'all better stop following that bitch. Yo, like she's really not saying anything. She's just throwing in her emotion, like her frustrations. To her, it makes sense, but then the people who don't know you, that's listening to it, they're like, whoever this bitch is, whoever this Tajen is, she must be a real bitch, because I've been following her for a while, and she's been
She's
right.
a bitches of all bitches.
Man, just saying bullshit,
I
just
think it's
saying
funny.
crazy shit, yo.
But I think it's funny. I really do, because it's like I don't have 20,000, 30,000 followers. It's like, who am I to get this lets me know that I really have arrived. I don't even know the last time that I uploaded a reading. It has to be at least a week or two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Since I even uploaded an actual reading,
And,
and
and
in
you
real
notice, and you notice, and you notice that video. I mean, like that the video that she posted up about you was like a month ago now. It was like that was
wow.
it was so it's been up for like 30 days.
Wow. And I'm just
Mm-hmm.
now at the end of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I really, to be honest, the reason why I haven't been uploading a lot of my videos is because this is not my full-time career. Like YouTube is not my
Right, right,
full-time.
right.
I have a life
Mm-hmm.
outside that I get paid very well to do, and that's what I've been doing. And then I don't know what's going on with YouTube and the algorithms, but I even know a lot of tarot readers that are really good, that they have the same with me, like 200, 300 views on certain videos. And it's like, I know my worth. I know my worth. And I'm not about to just, do readings and upload a video and only have just only a little bit of an audience. And, I'm not monetized on that channel. So I don't get paid as it is. So I just haven't, I lost my zest a little bit. That's why I've been trying to get people to migrate to my sister channel. Because
Mm-hmm.
that channel is monetized. I don't have no problems on that channel. And if I can get everybody over there, yeah, that would make me so happy. That's what I want. I really want people to migrate to that channel so I can get that channel up and running and growing, because the channel where I'm at now, it's growing now. It is. I looked at the numbers today and they are climbing back up, but I feel like anybody that takes a stand or says something about the system or COVID or something that's anti-COVID or anything like that, YouTube do some type of censorship and start deleting your subscribers and everything. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen it. I've
Yeah,
they've
I
done
heard a lot about
over
that.
about 400 of my subscribers, and a lot of them, some of them are my clients, and they're like, I didn't unsubscribe to you. YouTube must have,
Mm-hmm.
because I never would have unsubscribed to you. And there's someone that I know over the last 2 years she's been following me. She has to keep on like almost every month resubscribing, because
Mm-hmm.
YouTube deletes. They delete your subscribers if you're a whistleblower, or if you're someone
Mm-hmm.
with a higher consciousness and you have some type of influence and you're influential. They'll delete you, or excuse me, not delete you. They'll delete your subscribers. They'll put you in the search engine so people can't find you.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, hello. Hi, Isaiah. There you are. I finally get your face. So
Mm-hmm.
it's, to me, it's irrelevant what people say. I know my work. I know what I've done for people. I know what I do for people on a daily basis. I get emails every day from my clients telling me how I changed their lives. And it's really heartwarming to know that there are individuals who love me, who really, rock with me and
Mm-hmm.
support. I don't, these people, and that's the thing. That's the funny thing. I think it's hilarious. I don't even know neither one of these girls.
Right.
They have no pool. Nobody knows them besides through me. Like you
Mm-hmm.
said, you type my name in, and here it is. These little nobody, gratas.
Mm-hmm.
They
For real,
come
and then
up
she
with
put your title and the
200.
name hardcore. So when people search for you, look you up,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
they see her. They see her channel too. Cute,
yeah.
cute, cute though.
Right. Right, because she's just, these people are showing, like I said, they have no talent of their own. And so they have to ride off of other people's coattails. And the thing about it is that they're not going off, they're not going after these tarot readers that don't hardly have a following. They're going after popular people. I may not have like 10,000 people, but I have a following. I'm pretty popular on YouTube. So it's like, okay, well, let me go after her. She got a large following. Oh, she got a lot of people that seem like they really love her. Well, let me go ahead and make these people hate her. But it's like with anything, even the people that don't really know me in person, but have followed me for a long time, they pretty much know my personality to know that some of these things that are being said, matter of fact, all of these things that are being said are not true. But here's the picture. I did the video. It wasn't even about me. And I even expressed it. It wasn't about me.
Right, I know. It was about in general, like.
Yeah. Somebody had to come up with it. Someone had to bite.
Yeah, like, because if you're not aware enough, you don't know who you're dealing with. Like, if you're coming out the mouth reckless like that, and you're saying certain things to certain readers, or you don't have to be readers, but like anyone that's into their spiritual shit, hardcore, that's a huge mistake. You're just giving them a warning, like, hey, I'm just giving a warning because.
For real. And I was told by one of my clients that the ghetto nun told that one girl, because it's a couple, that she was like, you don't know me. She was like, I will murk you. You really do not know me. I will hurt you physically and spiritually. I was like, wow. I was like, good for her. Good for Ghetto Nut. I would love to watch that video, but I just don't have time, like I used to. I don't have time to really watch anything on YouTube. I upload and I get right off, But it's just amazing. It's just amazing how, you think that you coming into Tarotland, you don't realize this is spirituality. Like, this is where the goons hang out. Oh, girl, you really don't know what's out here. I mean, the internet is an open portal. You don't know what you're letting in. You just basically going to different people's channels, not knowing that each time you go to someone's channel, that's a portal, honey. That's an opening. You don't know who I roll with. I can say whatever I want to say, and the only reason why you know me and I'm of the light is because you work with me and I work with you spiritually. But she don't know that. She don't know that at all. I could be dark like Lilith. Okay? I could be dark like Khalid. But the side about it all is that both Khalid and Lilith also have a light side. You see what I'm saying? A higher self and a lower self. We all do. So yeah, I did have to give that warning because it's just too many people taking shots. I don't care if they take shots at me. No.
Right.
I feel you. I have a spiritual team that I have to say nothing at all, and things are taken care of on my behalf. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that is like that connected in the spiritual realm like that. We're all connected. We really are. And it's sad. It's sad because these people pose as divine feminines. Divine feminines, when have you ever heard me in the history of my channel? You've been there from the beginning. When have you ever heard me tear another reader down?
No.
Never.
It's just little minor warnings. That's it. Like you will address like what you hear. Like that was like one time but other than that, that's it. But you don't go at anyone or.
Right, and it was because it was towards me. It wasn't because I just picked someone and I just started going ham on them, or I just started tearing them apart and just being dogmatic. Like that is not like that's of the dark. You sitting up here bashing people and tearing them down and smearing their name in the mud and saying that y'all share the same divine masculine. How's that even
possible? What I want to ask you now? What I want to ask you? All right. So this was going through my head while I was like, all right. After we talk about this, let's drop her. Let's forget about her and move on.
She's already dropped. Right. She's already dropped. Go ahead.
So, all right, because what was going because I found it interesting too, like of how she's doing the reading, right?
Okay.
Because like I said, I know like some of the stuff what she's saying is like is bullshit, like it's bullshit, but she's pulling these things out from somewhere. either from frustration or what. I mean, yes, she's pulling from the cards too. Man.
Not really. I don't
I
feel that.
mean,
I don't feel she's getting anything from the cards. You know what?
but she's just
People
pulling
like,
cards and just making up shit.
exactly. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to be psychic. You and I both know you
Right.
do not have to be
Mm-hmm.
psychic to read tarot. Whatever's
Right.
on that card, you can say what you can say it
Whatever
means
the
this,
fuck you
and
want
it
to say.
can
Right. I
exactly.
sense that. I sense that too. But I just want to. But I want to get your opinion on it. Like, what do you
Okay.
thought? Like, you know, like she brought up death. She spoke death on you and your kids. She brought up
I
like
wasn't the only
how
reader.
you were.
I was the only reader. She did that too. She said that with another reader too, another popular reader. I forgot her
Right.
name.
Right.
Yeah.
But and then she brought up like how unhappy or like you can't sleep well. You'd be like you always be frustrated.
I sleep very good at night.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I sleep very good at night. Trust me. Trust me on that one. I do. Yeah,
I'm like, where's all this coming from? I'm
it
like,
was
yo.
darkness. You know, sometimes there are people, I'm gonna give you an example. Me and one of my clients, who is one of my really good friends, we went out last
Mhm.
night. And there was a waiter that came to us, and he was just dark. He just had a dark cloud over him, like he was going through something. He was going through something in his life. And it got to the point where she was like, I gotta have a different waiter because I don't want him to bring my food to me because I don't want that energy in my food. So we ended up talking.
Mhm.
We got the waiter switched out to a waitress who was just on a whole different vibe, very higher
Mhm.
conscious. We were all on the same frequency and everything like that. You get people that are going through a dark time, and it has nothing to do with you. But he said something very rude to me, which I don't. It's not even worth regurgitating. He was just mean all around.
Mhm.
But I connected to him. I connected to him. That guy didn't even know me. Okay, but it's where he was at. It was where he was vibrating at, and I'm gonna say the same thing for her too. Is where she's vibrating at. She did not know me. I've done nothing to her. She lied and said that I took her divine master to stop messing around with her. So, now listen, can't nothing come in between you and your twin flame if that is your true twin flame. No demon, no devil, no person come in
Mhm.
between you two. Talking about I helped him to not be in their union and stuff like that. What? That doesn't even make
Mhm.
sense. I think I would help him to be in union with you. Okay?
Mhm.
Not to be in union with you. Unless you a karmic or something and I did a karmic flush and flushed your ass. That might have been what
Mhm.
had been done. And if that's the case, I don't apologize for that. That's my work. That's what I'm supposed to do, you know?
Mhm.
So that's what she said, and if that's the case, she don't need to get mad at me. She need to get mad at Archangel Michael because that's
Mhm.
who I work with. I don't work with people. I work with angels. I work with entities. I work with beings. Okay, so
Mhm.
it's just ridiculous. I really don't even find truth in what she's saying. I just really believe that they're just doing it to get numbers, to gain followers. And because they're not truly talented. You know me, I did this thing organically from the ground up. I didn't pay for no YouTube
Mhm.
subscribers.
You didn't do no stunts. No stunts.
Nah, this is all real. All my numbers are real. All my likes are
Mhm.
real. All my comments are real, even the nasty ones.
Right. Yeah. Mhm.
Everything that is on my pages is just 100% organic.
Mhm.
And maybe the reason why they're hating is because they're going in slow-mo. And you know my channel took off real fast.
Mhm.
So, and
Well,
if I
that
can
goes.
dedicate, go ahead.
So that goes to show to anyone, right? If you have haters, that is true. It's true what they say. Like, you know, if you have haters, if no one's hating, you're not doing anything. That means you're not doing it something right. Something is wrong.
For real.
So you have
It's
someone that hate on you so much that they had to talk shit, pull up cards and put your name on their channel like that. What?
Woo! Congratulations for the 100 people that you've gained from Dr. Tajen.
Mm-hmm. Shoot.
So funny.
Wow. Mm-mm. All right. So, what I would like to, well, first of all, let me say hello, everybody. Welcome on this live. We're just chatting. Okay. So we don't had any plans like topic that's planned out. But if anyone has any topic that they would like to discuss, you can comment below. In the meantime, Tajen,
I do.
if there's a topic you wanna talk about,
Yep, I do. I have a topic. What do
mhm,
you do if you're a divine feminine, which you are a divine feminine,
mhm,
you're just male,
mhm.
and your divine masculine don't want to be with you? Like, they really don't want to be with you. They don't want you at all. What do you do?
Okay. All right. So, all right.
I put you
So,
on the spot.
all right. So, but okay. All right. So the question is, what do you do if your divine
Let me reword it.
masculine,
Your
uh-huh,
divine masculine don't want to be a part of the journey at all.
right?
Now it makes it easier.
And what I would do personally, or
Yeah,
like,
for real. Give that advice.
all right. Well, this goes for whether it's if a divine feminine or a divine masculine or a soulmate or whoever decides that
Exactly.
they don't want to partake in their journey,
Hmm.
um, the spiritual journey, or they want to be with you,
Hmm.
keep it moving. Keep that
Amen.
shit moving. Keep that
A
shit moving.
for real.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. You know,
Do not
keep it
wait.
moving.
I agree. I swear
Keep it
I that's
moving.
the best thing you could ever do for yourself. Is one thing that I could say, Jules, is that I regretted waiting. I waited too
Right.
long. And then now
Right.
that I finally moved on, I finally found the love of my life. I wouldn't trade him in for anything in the world. And we've been through some stuff ourselves. I mean, we really have. We were talking about that today. I almost cried talking about all the things we've been through because, like, each time that we came back together, our love just continued to get stronger and stronger
Hmm.
and to where now we're just like completely joined at the hips. He's my best friend. He's my lover. He's my everything. And he goes above and beyond for me. He goes out his way for me. And I pulled some cards and I was just thinking that I was just limited to one twin flame. And people don't have to believe me. They can stay in their paradigms. I'm not here to bust anybody's paradigms, but I truly believe Archangel Michael, who I've been channeling ever since I was a 2-year-old child, that we are not limited to just our original twins. We can match our energy to any twin flame. Okay. A
Hmm.
twin flame can be here that doesn't have their original twin flame here. Maybe their twin flame is on the other side of the veil, but it doesn't mean that we are stuck in union with a divine masculine or divine feminine who is low vibrational and decided that they wanted to, journey on. What I, felt like was the best thing to do in my current situation is I wish that person, the other person, the best in their life. I wish them well. And I let
Right.
them go. I set them free because
Hmm.
unrequited love is not healthy. It's not a healthy love because that means that you don't love yourself. That means you're loving someone more than you love yourself.
Hmm.
And the whole journey, like you said, whether you're a twin flame or whether you are a soulmate, is the journey to love yourself. That's
Hmm.
what the journey is always been about. Now, if you have somebody that wants to be with you and maybe they might be struggling in other areas, that's different. That's
Right.
totally
Yeah. But someone who don't want to be with you or don't want to work anything out, like for
yeah,
real,
right.
and you're just doing nothing but giving, and they're taking,
Mhm.
and they're
Mhm.
not giving back. Nah.
No reciprocity or anything.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what a relationship is about. It's about even exchange, even give and take. you know.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Really? Miss J Bay.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I call my twin flame J Baby.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Miss J Bay. No coincidences at all. You could probably be a divine feminine. But the moment that I let go, not only was I liberated, but there was something that was within me that was freeing. I felt like I was chained. I felt like I was bound. I felt like I had nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, nowhere to turn. And I remember getting the tarot card right before I finally decided that I was going to walk away from that union. It said, "You're not stuck. We were all born with free will. Exercise your choices, make a decision, and stick to it."
Right.
I
You're
was
just
like,
you're just dedicated, yo. You're just dedicated. That's all. Just very
I
dedicated, yo.
am. That's the cancer in me. That's the
Mm-hmm.
cancer in me. But you know what? I finally got someone who matched my energy.
Right. That's just as
Yeah.
dedicated as you are.
As I am.
Woo!
Yeah. Good job, Tyann. Good job.
Right.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to just get this message out there to everyone. When I stopped romanticizing the twin flame journey and making it all about being with the one, and I finally turned within and became the one, that's when my true twin flame came in.
Mm-hmm.
I always kind of like wondered
Wait. You're gonna have to repeat that one more time because it was
my
breaking up a little
true.
bit.
I said when I um turned within and stopped looking for the one on the outside, looking for the one, that person outside of me. And I
Mm-hmm.
turned within and I started loving myself and just kind of like giving to me everyone gives to me. That is when
Mm-hmm.
totally my true twin flame. That is when my true bona fide twin flame came in. And I always knew it was something about him that was different. But I was like, no, because I was like in my head thinking, oh no, I'm limited to just this one person. This is my one true twin flame. There's no one outside of him. This is the one. And every time I would raise my consciousness or my vibration, or I would go through a rite of passage, Tolu would come in my life. And I kind of questioned that. I'm like, God, why every time I raise my vibration, he comes in and not the other person?
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
hindsight being 2020, when I was completely in union with my twin within, my anima and my animus within, that's when Tolu just came in and would not leave my side. Like, nope, I'm not leaving. Nope, nope, we're together. Nope, we're together forever, like it or not. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
How about spending the rest of your life with me forever? Tyann, have you thought about that? Hey, I'm not going anywhere. You say whatever you want to say. Like, literally, it was like me being in a spiritual boxing ring with him. And he's like, I'm not going nowhere. You say what you want
Mm-hmm.
to say. And yeah, I don't care what you say. I'm here forever. How about that, Tyann? How about that
Mm-hmm.
ideal for you? And we've been stuck together like glue ever since. But I had to get
Mm-hmm.
out of my own, I had to get out of my own limited thinking about the
Right.
twin union. And I had to open myself up. I started listening to Dr. Noel, and her talking about we have more than one twin flame. We can limit ourselves to thinking that we just have one twin and it'll be just one twin. But if we open ourselves up, we'll realize that we're powerful. And what we manifest, if you're a true divine feminine, you can match up to any divine masculine that's on your vibrational frequency. And I opened up to that. I took one of her little courses that I paid $60 for.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? I got this. I already know all of this stuff. So let me just go ahead and do what I do for my clients. I am going to call in my twin flame. And I did the twin flame ritual. And 2 hours after I lit the candle, Tolu came in.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
we've been together ever since. And I'm very happy. I can't even um down myself or beat myself up because of what I thought in the past when I limited myself to just one twin, or if I was confused about what the twin flame journey is or whatever the case may be. I
Mm-hmm.
really feel like a lot of times going back when I didn't have an open mind about the union, I was miserable.
Mm-hmm.
I was hurting,
Right. Right.
depressed, I was in pain. And I feel like, not to be nasty or to sound you know apathetic for those that
Mm-hmm.
are twins that are hurting, but I heard it because I didn't listen to source, and I wanted to believe what I wanted to believe in my own heart instead of listening to my angels and my guides when they were telling me to continue to work on myself and to forget about who I thought was my twin. They were telling me forget about that person because they knew that that person was not the one.
Mm-hmm.
It was me that kept on hurting my own self, breaking my own heart because I wasn't listening to them. They kept on telling me, well, don't worry about the outcome. They kept on telling me, Tajen, stop worrying about, you know that. You've done a lot of my readings for me too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, especially towards the end of last year, they were like, stop worrying about the outcome. You're so worried about the outcome. Why don't you just focus on healing? Why don't you just focus on spiritually, Tajen? This is what this journey is all about. You're romanticizing this. You're making this a boy meet girl. You're making this a Love Jones. This is not what this twin flame journey is all about. And if I can get that message out there to every person, whatever counterpart you are, whether you're a divine masculine, whether you're a divine feminine, stop romanticizing this shit. Stop making this a
Mm-hmm.
boy meet or Love Jones. Make this more about mating your own soul and finding your own self.
Right.
And and when you do that, yes,
Yes, exactly right. Right. Oh my
yes,
God.
for real. And when you do that, that's when your true soulmate, your true twin flame, twin
Mm-hmm.
way, soul,
Mm-hmm.
twin soul, whatever you want to call it, that's when they'll come, when you're ready. Like that saying says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what your soulmate and your twin flames are. They're your teachers.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yep.
just teaching you more about lessons in love and life in general, you know? So I can tell you one thing, be ready, because whether you're with a twin flame or a soulmate, you're going to have a lot of lessons in love.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to always be those easy peasy lessons that we want.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's about the two souls coming together and rising above it.
So do you want my advice or you gave your advice? I'm confused.
Both of us, no,
You don't
no,
you don't need my advice on anything right now. You're good.
I do. I do. I want yours too. I mean, because this is a two-way conversation. So give me your input. I gave you mine.
No, I'm
Thank
just kidding.
you, Mr. J. Bay.
But 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 you basically said everything same thing. I would say the same thing. I mean that's it. Basically just you gotta focus on your own your own path. Um for real, for real. Ugh, I'm trying not to have alright, this is gonna require me to go through the past. Oh Lord.
Look at you, you
Alright,
fighting.
because
You fighting.
yo,
You never know. They need to hear it. Do it.
listen, alright, because listen, alright.
Okay, listen.
Because what we went, because I, especially I, because what me and you went through with our past relationships, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we're like straight dedicated. Like yo, it's like yo,
For real.
oh my god, it's like what the hell's going on? Why nothing's working? Why am I getting
Right.
so much pain? Like like
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we like okay, let me speak for myself because I know deep down that in a relationship it's like okay I understand, like, if one person out of the relationship, you got to help one another. Okay. That's the thing in a relationship. If someone's in trouble in a relationship, you got to help out one another. Got to help out one another. It's not just one person helping out this person and do every fucking thing.
Right.
And at the same time, you putting all this work to help out this person,
and they're not even trying
and
to
this
help
person is
themselves.
not doing anything to help themselves to help you to make the situation better. They just make shit worse. And a lot of people are in relationships that's similar to that, whether it's a twin flame or not. Regardless of any relationship, if one person put in most of the energy into a relationship, it's not a good relationship at all. It has to be balanced regardless.
Exactly.
And in order for things to balance, and the only way for the relationships, and in order for these relationships to stay balanced and to work out, is one another have to like really focus on their shit. Like you have to focus on doing good for yourself, bettering yourself. You know, because even if there's people out there looking for people outside of themselves to help them, they can't help them. They can't help you. The only person that can help you is you.
Amen. That's right. Yes, and yes again. Preach! Preach! High Priestess Jules.
But you know what's crazy too? It's like, and then the thing is, we know about this.
We do.
This is not something that we just discovered just now. This is something that we knew for a long time. You know? And then a lot of people still having trouble with that, like, or they still don't have, or they're still not aware that, you know, they have to put more care, or they have to put more work into themselves. They need to stop looking out. Really, for real, stop looking out. Stop looking for answers out there. Real talk, a lot of people are depressed. A lot of people are suffering because, real talk, they're
looking for someone.
There's no one. And there's no one to blame but themselves. Real talk, we're the ones that putting ourselves through the suffering. We're the ones that hurting ourselves. Us. There's no one else. It's not the devil. It's not God. It's not anyone but you. The only way you can get out of suffering is you need to stand in your shit, in your power, in your what's that word? In authority.
Autonomy, authority, sovereignty,
and make that decision. Like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me.
Okay. Speaking of which, how do you feel about conscious people cursing?
It's a balance. I believe everything is a balance. Just like you, I believe it's a balance. And if you like, okay, for example, hear me on this, okay? All right. So you're one of those people that know how I express myself with the word bitch, okay?
Yes, I do.
Now, I don't just use that word bitch I ain't gonna come here and be like, hey, I ain't gonna use that word on you right now. But if there's a time and a reason.
What do you mean right now?
Because there's no reason for me to use it. I mean, okay, well, I'm using the word now just to explain what I'm trying to say.
I got you.
Right. But I ain't gonna come out of nowhere and be like, just call you, hey, bitch.
Right.
You know, like, I know how to use it, believe it or not. But a lot of people, they don't know. They just reckless with that shit. Like, you know, like, that's how I feel with it, whether they're conscious or not. Like, anyone that's just,
like, Brother Panic,
believe it or not, sometimes they need to use the word.
Brother Panic has a large following. He would say bitch in a minute. Bitch.
Right. That's because he's a nigga. He's a very, very, I would say, perverted nigga. Very, very perverted. He talks, the way, you know what I'm talking about. This nigga does, he has to include some nasty sex shit in his talks.
Yes, right. Even though he tried to clean it up by mentioning his wife Khadijah every now and then. I'm like, nah. He said too much, but it doesn't away from his knowledge, and that's what people need to realize. You know, I'm glad that we came to this subject There is a difference between
Oh,
being
wait. Let me say
conscious.
one more thing too. One more thing. One last thing too. My fault. Before I forget. But
Okay,
I do believe that you don't have. It's not necessary
it's
to
not.
cuss. There's people
But
that don't cuss at all.
it doesn't take your title away because you do though.
Right. Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
what I was gonna say before you cut me is that
My
there's a
bad.
difference between that's all right. There's a difference between being conscious and then there is a difference between being conscious aware.
Mm-hmm.
Being aware doesn't make you conscious. Okay, you could be aware of, okay, like that girl, for instance, the high priestess girl. I can't even remember that child's name. But anyway, I listened to some of her stuff that she was saying, and it wasn't about me, it was something else. And she was talking about the different planets, and she put a little bit of astrology up in there. And I'm like, okay. But then the more she kept talking, I'm like, oh, okay, so she's one of those. She started cursing and she got a little bit, off of her little grind a little bit. All right, so
Mm-hmm.
she's knowledgeable, but it doesn't make her conscious. She's conscious aware because she's aware of numerology. She's aware of astrology. And I
Right.
guess she knows tarot. I don't know if she knows it or not. But I mean, you got people out there that are conscious aware. And it doesn't mean that they're of higher
You're
conscious.
conscious. Right.
It doesn't mean they're enlightened. Okay. When
Mm-hmm.
you're working, to me, I'm gonna tell you and everyone has their own little, you know, scenario of who they feel is enlightened or not. I feel like an enlightened person, if you know how to manipulate and use energy and you know how to work 5D and above, to me, that makes you an enlightened person. If you
Right.
are aware of what you're doing and you're in the know. You're not trying to figure it out. You're not reading books. You're channeling. Like when I want to know information, I don't have to go buy a book to get the information. I can channel Michael. I can channel Source directly. To me, that's enlightened. If you can channel Source, which is the highest place to channel, okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
then you're an enlightened individual because it's not easy to channel Source. Trust me. If
Right.
you can channel Source directly, you are an enlightened being. I don't care if you cuss. Ralph Smart curses. Don't nobody talk about him cussing. Everybody loves him. He got millions of followers. But let Dr. Tajen curse. Oh my God, I can't believe you curse. You supposed to be a divine empress. No, I'm not supposed to
Well,
be.
so that's what you've been hearing. Is what people been complaining of that you cuss. You don't even be cussing much like that anyway. Like
I
though.
don't. I never have. But when I'm talking and it comes out, I don't apologize for it. I'm an adult. This
Mm-hmm.
is not this is not a kiddie channel, you know? So if I
Right.
slip up and say anything, then it was meant for me to say it, especially if I'm channeling. I'm definitely not going to filter what I'm channeling because it's going to change the message,
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm doing a reading, someone told me today that they don't join my lives because I be cussing and fussing. I said, when do I fuss on my readings? What am I fussing about?
Right. I was just about to say, yo, because that's how sensitive. Yo. All right,
They are
man.
sensitive,
That's how sensitive the
exactly.
world has become, yo. The world,
Yeah.
the world has this. This is how sensitive the world has become to the point that a virus had to lock everybody down. That's how sensitive everybody is. Right?
You went there. Exactly. Oh, let me take it, Jules. Jules, I got more. I was at
Mhm.
Walmart with my family the day before yesterday. My best friend has been trying to get in contact with me for the last 5 days. I have not been able to talk to her. She's going through some stuff. And nobody can talk through the mask, and someone is able to hear what the fuck you're saying, right?
Right.
So I
Yeah.
pulled
So
it
you gotta.
down. So, yeah, I put it down on my chin
Mhm.
so I could talk to her. And a guy cut me in front of me in line, right? That was violation number one. But I let it slide. I was like, fuck it, because I was on the phone anyway. Then he looked
Mhm.
at me. He looked at me. He had the nerve to say, "You need to cover your mouth."
Uh huh.
my kids looked at me. They was like, "Uh-oh," because they know me. You know me. I said,
Mhm.
"Who in the fuck are you talking to?" I said, "Do you know me or something?" He was like, "No, but you need to cover your mouth." I said, "You need to mind your
Nigga, you
motherfucking
better get the fuck back in the line where you came from. The fuck?
for real.
You
Like
better
you
be
need to
cussing.
get
I
your
hope you
ass
were
to the
cussing.
back of the
I hope you.
line."
I hope you.
Why you cutting
I hope
me?
you.
They gonna have the nerves to try to talk crazy. I handed him his ass, and my son Dewan said, "Mom, you the wrong person to cross." He was like, he wasn't ready for you. He was so embarrassed that he was like just like a little puppy in line, 6'4",
Mhm.
talking crazy to
Mhm.
little short little me. But I let him have it. Like I said, don't nobody believe in this shit, but you obviously you got your mask on. You worried about me not having my mask on. So what you got your mask on for if you don't think it's gonna save you? You know, this whole shit is bullshit anyway. I told him, I said it's a
Mhm.
hoax. I'm a doctor. Ain't no such thing as this shit. I'm serious. I know it's a COVID-19. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I'm saying the pandemic portion. Okay.
Right.
Where
Right.
the whole world is fucking locked down, like you said. Borders and shit shut down and closed. Okay. Schools are having reports of COVID and they're keeping quiet about it. So they
Mm.
claim. You know, come on. It's like every day it's the same shit, different situation, a different scenario to the same old shit. It's nothing
Mhm.
consistent. It's a lot of inconsistencies. And it's just one of those things where everybody is just over it. Really. I'm one of those people, by the way.
None. I
My
feel.
clients come to me every day depressed about this stuff, man. You know?
Yeah,
And
because because there's a lot of people that are depressed because of this. All right, they're either depressed um because they're not making as much money. A lot of people are not making as much money
mm,
like they used to before the virus shit.
a lot of businesses
And
is out. I-
and people are really just stuck at home and they don't know what else to do but to stay, but to be depressed. And or they might and they have experienced that their family got affected by the COVID-19 and they got sick, so which makes them more depressed. There's a lot of depression going on too. I
I've
went
had a
to
lot of family members that have been COVID-19, but they survived. They didn't die.
hmm They
I
didn't
haven't
die
met
or they did
one
die.
person.
They
I
didn't.
haven't. I haven't met one person yet in my family that has died, and I have a large family. Not
hmm
one. I mean, I'm not
hmm
saying it's happening in other people's families, but I mean, I really feel like they're hyping the numbers. Seriously.
And that's the thing. No one knows what to believe anymore. No one knows what to think anymore. Like, and that I want to,
Right.
what I want to talk about is depression. I want to talk about depression because there is a lot of people that's suffering, going through depression. And I just want to say that
Mhm.
depression is the reason why you're depressed or someone may be depressed is because that means that something needs to be changed. They have
Mhm.
to. That means that there's a blockage. Um, there's something that needs to be unblocked to get out of the
Exactly.
depression.
And it means that you're out
Um,
of alignment. You're out of alignment
right
with
there you go.
source. Anytime that you get depressed, you're out of alignment with source, first and foremost.
hmm And
Yeah.
and this refers back to what I said earlier that really people people look outside themselves to get out of it to get out of the depression. It's
Yeah.
still you're the only person that can get out of that depression.
That's right.
Because everyone's gonna keep searching, everyone's gonna keep looking outside themselves to just to get out of the depression. But the answer is right in front of you. Well, it's right
Yeah,
within
Miss
you.
J. Yeah, Miss J. Bay, we are going through a phase. We're entering out of 3D into 5D. We're in a new
hmm
earth. This is the reason why. This is the truth. This is the CV-19 is just the cover up. Okay, we're transitioning out of government. I really don't believe it's going to be a government after it's all said and done. I believe that we are not going to need a government because we are going to step into our own sovereignty. Okay, as sovereign
hmm
beings. And the reason why things are at a standstill is because the powers that be are the old powers that are moving out because they are being forced by the light beings to turn over. You know, every 3,600 years, there is a turnover in government on the earth. And that's what's happening now. People don't believe in the Anunnakis. Okay, the Anunnakis are basically our parents. They created us. And so anyway, they're here. And so things have to be turned over, and then they leave, and then there's another system that's set, and everything is just happening in cycles. And this is the reason why there's a delay, is because we all have to catch up and integrate. We're all integrating these frequencies. That's why it's so important for us to stay in a vibration of love and not fear. Like that man yesterday, worried about me having my mouth covered, but you cutting in front of me and you standing in front of me. Get away from me. Give me 6 feet, nigga. Excuse my language. I ain't mean to say that, y'all. that I didn't mean to say that way. That what I didn't mean to say. It's time for me to go to sleep. I'm gonna leave on this note. I gotta go get my son.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like you all up in my space and vaping my space, but yet and still you're concerned about me giving you something. And anyway, they are telling us to cover our mouths because if we are suspected to have COVID, they are wanting to stop the spread. But it's not going to prevent you from getting COVID, because there are people that have worn masks and still gotten it. And here's my question. I've asked this a long time ago. I'm going to ask this again. Why in the hell are we having to wear masks outside of our homes when the same motherfucking air that's outside is inside our home? I'm just saying, you talking to somebody that's a doctor. I know science. Come on. The air inside our house, unless we got an air filter, is not filtered. Nobody's wearing masks in their homes, but we have to wear masks when we're outside of our homes. It doesn't make sense.
I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised that there are a few people that wear a mask inside their home while they're
Yeah,
sleeping.
there's some people that are just that fear-based, for
Right.
real. And it
Yeah,
just
I see
really,
people. I see people drive with the mask on. I see people riding the
that's the
bikes
most
with the mask
dumbest shit
on. I see
ever.
people jogging with the
Jogging with
mask
their
on.
mask on. That defeats the whole purpose of you jogging. Why are you jogging? Just to have, oh my God, don't get me started. It's just crazy. It's asinine. And then guess what? One day they're going to say, okay, you guys don't have to wear masks anymore. Then what? There are going to still be people walking around, I promise you, wearing masks, even after they say it's okay for us not to.
They're like, no, fuck that shit. I'm gonna leave my mask on. I don't blame them. I feel them. That's the sad part.
But it's really up to us really to be responsible for our own immunity, okay? And that's what it all boils down to, is being responsible for your own immune system and keeping boosting up your immunity, and just, practicing a clean diet, and being more healthy. If anything, CV has made me more, even as a naturopathic doctor, consciously aware of what I'm putting into my body, and just
Right.
being more, you know what I'm saying? Just being more responsible. That's all. I'm more responsible now. Not the wash your hands part, because I've always washed my hands.
Right.
The hygiene part didn't change for me. I'm hoping it changed for some that had poor hygiene. But I
Right.
mean, it's common sense, you guys. It really is. It's not rocket science. And you have a higher chance of getting herpes than you do COVID-19. I'm just saying.
Right.
Scientifically, I mean, I've researched it. That's why I'm saying it. You have a higher chance of getting the cold or the flu before you get CV-19. It's like a slim, almost non-existent chance of getting this thing, and yet and still the whole world is under, occult black magic. Seriously, because that's what it is. But it's being lifted. Trust me, there are some very powerful light workers that are working um, under the radar, and helping these light beings to raise the consciousness and the vibration to power up the grid, so we can go ahead and be full on in this 5D. That's what's happening. We really are just integrating even the 5G that was very